I'm not saying it's like bad, but it's, I don't know. It was just unnecessary. Like you could have him, like you could see, like, let's say you just see him like splash into the water or something. That's fine. But the whole like, out of the fire up awesome. To the camera.
It's intentional. It's intentional. That's Sam Raimi, Hallmark, Evil Dead. These are effects. Like when he sticks the guy out of the sewer.
Rick, I have a quote. I couldn't remember the quote, so I had to look it up. Oh, God, don't. I've told you everything. And then Darkman goes, I know, Rick. I know you did. But let's pretend you didn't. He shoves his head up to the sewer.
And just the goofy like puppet head.
Yeah. Yes.
Or it looked like Beaker.
Yeah, they did have the great, I thought, a really, really good helicopter chase scene at the end.
Yeah.
But I love the moment when he flips down on top of the semi and they speed up his feet.
Yeah.
Like that's a classic Sam Raimi like effect.
I think you just have more of an affection towards Sam Raimi than you do the movie.
Maybe.
No, you got to look at this as it's not a film. It's a fun. You got to go into it thinking this is going to be bad, but it's going to be.
I didn't
fun
know
to
though.
watch.
I didn't. It's got like a 6.8 rating on IMDb. Which isn't terrible. I mean, there's movies that I like a lot.
They made 2 more of these, by the way, direct to DVD.
Yeah,
oh, really?
Or direct to VHS.
Darkman Die, which I've seen both.
Yeah, I've seen them both. The other 2 back in the day.
He actually perfects his skin at the end.
Is Liam Neeson in both of those?
No, he's in neither one of them.
Yeah. Oh, he's like, nope, I got to do Rob Roy.
One of my favorite scenes is in the carnival.
Which part?
The carnival, when he's with his girlfriend at the carnival.
And he gets pissed at the carny and destroys him.
Take the fucking elephant. Yeah. Take the fucking elephant.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
It's like shows his like descent into madness because they kind of set it up that part of his powers, if you will, is they, like you said, they cut his nerve so he can feel no pain, but it also like screws up his impulse control. Like he gets super, like he's schizophrenic, almost not schizophrenic, but he cannot control his rage basically.
Yeah.
And then also like he's kind of got heightened strength because of, I don't know, they don't really explain why, but he does have
I don't understand why he has heightened strength at all.
Huge strength because he has
because no pain threshold.
Adrenaline. He has shoots of adrenaline.
Okay.
So he has like goes into like a Wolverine type rage.
So it's like when a mother saving her child.
Yeah, lift up the car.
Yeah.
I do love...
Call me mama.
I do love... If you're Army of Darkness geek, I love the end. Bruce Campbell, when he's walking away and he turns around and he's Bruce Campbell.
Yes.
Who's the main character. Ash, basically.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm everyone and no one, everywhere and nowhere. Call me Darkman. Love that line.
Yeah, that is awesome.
I really...
That is pretty good.
I liked the movie. I think it's quick pacing. It's a perfect length. I think it's a solid story. Obviously, it's cheesy visual effects. It's a low-budget movie.
Yeah, it's very low budget. You could tell that the budget is different between... And that's, again, I was comparing it to Batman just because it's around the same... It's like a year apart from each other, and it just reminded me of it so much because of the way the score is.
The score. I mean, it's a Batman...
Yeah.
The score feels kind of out of place. It almost sets the movie up... It would have been a way worse movie without that score.
Without the score, yeah.
You've mentioned remakes tonight. I would like to see this as a remake because
totally.
I would too. I would see this as a remake.
This
for
could
sure.
be done if you did it like a John Wick in a new technology. It could be awesome.
Is it Phantom of the Opera? Is that what this movie is?
To a point, yeah.
It's Phantom of the Opera mixed with a little bit of Swamp Thing.
Yes.
Yep.
Mixed with, I mean,
Yep.
there was
You're good at this. You're good at pulling.
There was
Yep.
clear Alan Moore Swamp Thing stuff going on in this movie.
I would agree with you.
Yep.
There was clear Phantom of the Opera stuff,
And you would
there's
think
clear
that,
Batman stuff
you'd
going on.
think that
here.
I would like it because of that. I just didn't.
Yeah.
Just don't.
I
care
like the idea though, like the fake skin, like basically taking on all these other personas, and I thought that was really cool.
I think that is a good idea. I'm coming at this movie as a 32-year-old that has never seen it before. Had I seen it as a child, and I think I would have a different opinion of it.
I think when you say the production value of Batman is so much higher than this,
it's better.
I think look back at '89 Batman. It's not that much different.
I think it's better. They didn't try to do. The difference is they didn't try to do big like scenes in Batman. It's all like prop based right in front of you.
Oh,
I think it's smaller.
They try to do some big scenes in Batman.
Not like the explosion, not like trying to create skin, not any of that stuff. And the visions that he has where it's like the crazy like lights and stuff going around, like that doesn't happen in Batman. So I just think
you're wrong.
that
You look
takes
at some of
away
the
from
Joker
it.
stuff. I mean, they're playing on the edge of the technology. I agree with you.
What did they do with the Joker besides like unwrap?
They shocked the guy with a hand buzzer, and you see flames coming out through his yeah.
I forgot about that. You're right. All right, you got me on that one.
So, but you're right. The production value on Batman '89 is better.
It's better,
but it's still compared to nowadays. The whole thing we're saying.
We're not gonna. I can't compare it to anything nowadays.
It's closer to that
Yeah.
'89 Batman. You know, it's not that far off compared to where we're at now. And certainly, you know,
all I think is that you can tell that the budget is different between Batman and Darkman.
oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like that's where it is.
This is a $16 million movie. This
I
is
know.
a low budget movie, which,
and that's
by
what
the
I'm
way,
saying.
made like $48 million or something like that. So
Which
it was a commercial success.
back in the day.
It was not a critical success, but it has become a cult classic. And I think it's become a cult classic because of Army of Darkness and because of
You're wrong, Liam Neeson.
maybe. I mean,
I'm joking, man.
I was on both sides of Liam Neeson on this one because like at certain points I thought he was being a terrible actor, and at certain points I'm like, he's doing pretty good.
I think, like you said, he's pretty serviceable for
I like the
what
bad
he has to
guy.
do.
I thought the
He's
bad
over-
guy was good.
I think he's
Yeah.
overacting on purpose because he's supposed to be.
I don't
mentally
think he
impaired.
knew what he was supposed to do.
I don't think so either.
You know, like I don't think they knew how to play that character really at all, and because I feel like he changed.
So the studio would not cast Bruce Campbell. That was the first choice for
Why?
Sam Raimi. Well, that's because they're buddies.
No, why wouldn't they cast him? I'm saying.
He's a nobody. Well, I mean, so was Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
I guess,
Liam
but
Neeson. I'm sure he was in some stuff, but
No, he really wasn't.
He did not much. He wasn't in much.
He did Rob Roy.
His big breakout was Schindler's List, which was a couple years after this.
Yeah.
Which is 94.
Maybe 94.
But there's Rob Roy, which is right after that, and after he lost popularity for a long time until he did Taken, and then that's when his career went back up again.
He, by the way, right after this, probably 4 years after this, is when The Shadow was made, starring Alec Baldwin.
That is
right.
one of
That's
my-
what we talked about,
that's
and
one
I
of my-
think that should be our next.
That should be it.
I mean, it was
homework
a novel.
assignment.
It was a radio show in the 30s or 20s.
And I've never seen that before either.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
And if I remember correctly, we take quite a step up in production value to go to The Shadow.
Okay.
So we'll make that our Snarf Talk homework for next week. But back to Darkman, I just think you got to watch it understanding what it is.
Yeah.
You watch that movie as a campy horror movie, R-rated horror movie from the early 90s.
Yep.
And if you don't like that sort of thing,
Kind of like a grind box horror movie.
yeah, if you don't like that sort of thing, yeah, it's probably not going to be your cup of tea. But overall, I was surprised to find, despite the obvious issues with the ridiculous acting and the production value, that I enjoyed it about as much as I think I did originally.
Really?
Yeah, I really did enjoy it, and I'm curious to see what other people think because I could see this being very divisive.
It will be. It's a love it or hate it kind of thing. I think.
It really made me think back to, we always talk about how we hate horror movies, right?
Yes.
And it really made me think back to the fact that I don't think that I do hate horror movies. I think I hate everything that's come since the Saw movies.
I've never hated horror movies. I used to go see them all the time. Amy and I used to go see them all the
really
time.
like those 80s and 90s horror movies, though,
But-
that are campy like this. I think my issue became later on when they started making like the torture porn horror movies like Saw and going forward to that. And that's where I started to fall out and not be interested in horror anymore.
See, I like the thriller. Like I remember as a kid, The Predator. I remember being fucking so shit scared of Predator.
I don't consider that a horror movie, though.
It was a thriller action movie. But
I mean, Aliens is considered horror.
yeah,
Aliens should be also
a thriller.
a Snarf Talk homework assignment pretty soon.
All right.
Alien or Aliens?
Well, Aliens is
Alien.
the better one,
I
in
think
my
Aliens
opinion.
is better, too.
But I think you need to start at Alien.
Yeah.
So let's go back to what we were talking about before. Shit. Oh, brain fart. Shadow.
Oh,
sorry. So is that going to be our next homework assignment?
I think it should be.
yes.
I don't know
I
where
agree.
you can find it though, and we did have some listeners say, "Hey, if you're going to do homework, tell us where we can find it." I don't know where you can find the Shadow. Like Darkman is on
Darkman's
HBO.
Yeah, on HBO you can watch it. However, I mean, I can find. I mean,
you can rent it for sure.
you'll be able to rent.
I don't want anybody to spend.
Yeah, I don't want
money.
people to have to spend money. I mean, I know a lot of people don't have HBO, but
I always just say, Alexa, find whatever, and it brings it up.
you can stream The Shadow on. I don't know. We'll have to. We'll.
Give me a minute.
Yeah. Talk about something else, Jerry, while I figure that
So it's
out.
going to be like the
all right.
Alien. So why do you think Aliens is better than the original Alien? Because as a thriller, the original Alien, if you've never seen any of them, you got to start because they mean
You have to start at Alien because that's where you build up the entire story, and I think you get a better appreciation for all of it, especially for what like Sigourney Weaver's character goes through from watching the very first movie of that, because she's not supposed to be a hero. She's like a scientist that's on board with this stuff. Like she's thrown into like the badass hero role.
she's a pilot.
And
That's it.
that's right. Yeah, a pilot.
Yeah.
And that's all she does. Like she's not supposed to be the person that saves everyone. She's not supposed to be in that situation. And that like progression of her character, I think, is really cool. So you have to start out at number one.
But I do agree with you guys. Alien is so much better.
I think Aliens because
Game over, man.
That's where they start.
Game over.
I think that's, if I remember correctly, and it's been a while since I've seen them, but
There's so many
isn't where
awesome
they
quotes.
start diving more into the universe, the
Big
backstory.
time.
Yeah.
Big time.
And I think that is one of
That's number two.
that's the second one.
Okay,
Yeah.
number three is the one where she gets into that big like loader suit, right?
No, that's two. That's Aliens. That's at the end
She,
of
like,
Aliens when
picks-
she's fighting the Queen.
She picks it up.
3
and-
is when she's stranded on the prison island full of men and she shaves her head because they have lice really bad.
Oh yeah.